Hey VC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post a quick video here. A very cool kind of opening video I'm going to do here. And this is really a cool one because this is an absolute grail for me. I mean, just in the truest sense of the word. I have a birthday coming up and I was asked by like what I wanted for my birthday, and I kind of, you know, said this is one of the things that I've wanted for a long time. And so, of course, you know, buying me records and that type of thing can be difficult if people don't know exactly what to look for, or, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I was kind of given the opportunity to find the copy that I wanted if I could find one, and I did. And the great thing about it, too, with this being such a grail that I've wanted for so long, you know, obviously when you start buying stuff like that online, you always want to make sure with condition and all this type of stuff, and you never know if a seller is legit and all of that. And the cool thing was when I emailed the seller and had a couple questions about, you know, hey, I was wondering, you know, condition is this, I can't quite see the matrix number, can you let me know? And I can't remember exactly how it was worded, but the reply email was, is this Brandon? You know, Mr. Hall of Fame and blah, blah, blah. And it was just like so freaking cool to just discover instantly, but it's someone that's like here in the VC. They don't do videos, but they watch a ton of videos, and they were like, yeah, I follow Aaron Mutha-Alamere, and just like rambling off all these YouTube names, and it is one of those things that kind of just makes you feel like, oh, okay, so at least I'm talking to someone that I know kind of knows what the heck they're talking about. And it sent me a bunch of pictures, and, you know, even went further to kind of say, yeah, like I said, I've watched your channel long enough. I know that you're all about condition, and you know, told me everything about it, and was like, you know, hey, if you get it and it's not even up to your standard, I'll gladly take it back. And I mean, and I was just like, can you make this any easier and any more pleasant to kind of go through this? And I'll actually share the username. I'll put it down in the link below. And this is their eBay store, because they sell stuff on eBay. So if you're thinking about, you know, buying some nice things and really want someone that kind of knows what they're talking about, again, with so many sellers out there, you never know who's on the other end. Balen-shary, so you can see the link right down there below. Make sure to put that in your favorites in your eBay store. And yeah, like I see, again, thanks so much for working with me and just communicating, and again, just randomly meeting a VC person outside of the VC we're doing a transaction is just awesome. So let me open this thing right here to kind of show you this long-awaited piece. Those of you that have watched my channel, I mean, you definitely know that I've talked about this album a number of times, in it being one of my favorite albums of all time. Packed really good here too. Let me try to make sure I don't, you know, cut too deep and all that good stuff. All right, let me go to this side. Okay, there we go. And we'll pull out very, very well packaged. I mean, look at that. That's one LP with all of that right there. And yeah, some more LPs inside just to kind of secure it with some extra protection, which is awesome. And ladies and gentlemen, I finally have this in my collection, which is an absolutely beautiful OG stereo copy of John Coltrane's Love Supreme. I mean, this is my favorite jazz album of all time. I've had I still have, I probably have 5 copies of this album right now, something like that. But I've just never had the opportunity to even come close to having an OG pressing of it. And again, you guys kind of know I'm such a stickler for condition and so forth. And look how freaking beautiful that is. Holy cow. That, oh my goodness, that is just absolutely awesome. Sorry, a little stuffed up my allergies and all of that, but that can't even get me down on any level today. I mean, this thing is, I mean, darn near flawless. Like, you got a little bit of, you know, like that, whatever that filmy coating is, like you can see it's doing a little something right there, and I mean a little something. It's like virtually nothing. Spine, absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at that. Could not be a more perfect copy. Oh my gosh. Freaking awesome. And then on the LP, again, this is a stereo, and holy cow. I mean, just freaking beautiful. Look at that. Again, I've waited so long to get a copy of this, and so to get one that's just like this clean is just absolutely insane. That's just awesome. That is so awesome. So I mean, that is one heck of a Grail crossed off my list, because like I said, I've wanted one of these for so long. You guys know Chance, concert buddy here in the VC. He picked up a copy at a record show. I don't know, maybe was that last year, like late last year or something like that. And you know, without hounding him, I've mentioned it just a number of times to him, like, hey, if you ever open to trading, I'm, you know, completely up for, you know, blah blah blah. But yeah, I mean, to finally get a copy like of my own, and again, just that nice, absolute, complete, and total Grail. So yeah, I mean, one of the best birthday gifts I've ever gotten in my entire life. So so yeah, just wanted to share that, VC. And again, man, thank you so much for, you know, for just the pictures, the communication, the everything else. And definitely looking forward to getting to know you better individually. And yeah, it's awesome. Like I said, just go check out eBay store over there, because you definitely have a seller that knows what they're talking about and can shoot you very clear and very well on the condition, because this is even better than what they were describing. I mean, I wasn't even expecting it to be. I mean, I was expecting it to be nice because the pictures were nice and they were saying how nice it was, but this is even better for someone like me who is so anal about condition. So yeah, thanks a lot, man. Thanks, VC. As always, let me know what you think, and we will talk to you soon. Okay, I decided to extend this video a little bit because I'm too excited talking about this particular album. So I thought what I would do is I'm just going to show you all the copies of A Love Supreme I have in my collection. It's just one of those very special jazz albums to me. Like I said, it's my favorite jazz album of all time, and yeah, so I'm just going to share it with you. So 2 CDs. You know, I have the deluxe CD. You guys know those deluxe editions. It comes in the slip cases with the 2 discs there. Love collecting those. That's awesome. And then I do have the John Coltrane box set. This is the volume 2. I actually have all 5 volumes of it. It's a really cool set. But as you can see there, it has A Love Supreme in there as well. Just a regular, in case you ever think about buying these. I hate not knowing exactly what box sets are like. But not the right CD, but you can see they're just kind of a digipack. More of a full digipack, not those little mini things. All right, and then as far as the vinyl goes, these are the different versions that I have. Number 1, I have this one right here, which, as you can see, this is definitely kind of a little bit of a beat up copy. I mean, plays decent, you know, VG plus on the vinyl, and you know, a little bit of ring wear there and stuff on the cover. And this is one that I keep in my collection strictly out of the sentimental value. Otherwise, I probably would have purged it a long time ago. But when I first started collecting vinyl records, and I knew nothing about jazz, maybe outside of listening to a little Kenny G here or there, and I'm in a store shopping around, and the guy is playing this exact copy. And I remember thinking, like, somehow I find myself just like bobbing my head to it, like I'm really feeling it. And I'm like, wait a minute, what is this? And I go to the counter and I'm like, dude, what's this record that you're playing? He's like, John Coltrane, A Love Supreme. And I was like, who's John Coltrane? Never heard of him, never blah, blah. And he started kind of telling me a little bit about him, and I was like, yeah, I don't really know anything about jazz, but that just feels good. I ended up buying this copy that day for, I think, $12.99 is what I paid for it. So this just has kind of a sentimental value because I really feel this is the first album that brought me into, like, you know, the old school jazz legends and all of that. And like I said, that day it just completely opened up the jazz door for me. So even though this is a little bit rougher condition, I keep that one. But that's a 1974 U.S. pressing, and Love Supreme came out in '65. And so then some other versions. I have this copy right here, and this is a 1980 U.S. pressing. So again, as I kind of found these in great condition, I love to pick them up. So that's a 1980 U.S. pressing. And then have another more recent reissue here. I'm not 100% clear on the year here because it wasn't very noted in Discogs, but this is a 2000s reissue. But still, you know, just it was a beautiful copy that I found, and I grabbed it. And kind of what's been my golden copy up to this point in time, which is a Japanese pressing, and this is a 1973 Japanese pressing. So this came out just about 8 years after the album was released. So not a first pressing, but definitely an earlier pressing, and again, just a beautiful Japanese pressing you can see there. And then of course, as soon as I saw that Walmart did a reissue on the blue vinyl, Love Supreme, have to have it. So I picked that up a couple years ago. So that's another copy of it that I have. And then of course, the gem of the gem that I just showed you. As you can see, when I paused the video to go grab these other albums, I went ahead and put it in the sleeve. And finally had the absolute pleasure of sticking that OG sticker on the front of it. So it's actually the ultrasonic cleaner right now. I just played a few minutes of it before I threw it on the cleaner. And I mean, it plays fantastic. And even like the dead wax areas are just super, super quiet. So, but yeah. So that's now the cream of the crop of the Love Supreme collection. Doesn't mean I'll stop picking them up though, as I find different years and different pressings that I don't have. This is one album that I do not mind having a ton of copies of, because it is my absolute favorite. So I will always grab nice copies of these when I see them. But nothing's gonna surpass that OG copy. So there you go, VC. Again, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and we will talk to you soon. All right, take care, guys.